Welcome back to Ferris Sports Update. Time to talk Bulldog Volleyball, and with us, head coach Tia Brandel-Wilhelm. And Coach, first of all, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
I know maybe not quite the finish you wanted, but obviously a very memorable season, 30-6 overall as you reached the regional finals this past weekend.
Yeah, it was a fantastic season, and it certainly, I think we would have liked to have gone a little bit further, and certainly felt like we were capable of it. We just probably had to play a little bit better game at that moment, but we certainly had played games well enough in the season that if we had, just turned that on just a little more, we could have gone into the Elite Eight. But, if you would have told us a year ago that we'd be back in the Sweet 16 after graduating four-year starters, I mean, it was a great, great season. Certainly, the whole season a testament to the work that these players have done over the last year to, put themselves in a position to be competitive in every match they played.
How much did it mean to host the regional tournament here for the second straight year and have a chance to play in front of the home fans this past weekend?
That was really exciting. I think it was, last year was really exciting to host because we hadn't hosted in so long. And this year it was like, it was a little more normal. But it was, it's always nice to be at home. We have such a great crowd. I mean, so many people from the community, from campus, all around campus, students, student athletes. It's just, it's just really great to just be able to play for them.
You opened up the tournament in the quarterfinal round on Thursday, taking on Truman State, and obviously, if you're a volleyball fan, a great day with 4 quarterfinal matches going on.
Yeah, it was pretty good volleyball too. A lot of really good matches, and Truman is just they were such a good team through the season, and they were playing great volleyball at the end of the season here. So we knew that this would be quite a match, and we had to be very prepared to play this one.
What were some of the keys here in this match as you took on this team from the Great Lakes Valley Conference?
Yeah, they had won their conference championship and upset a couple teams the weekend before, so we thought it was really important for us to be able to just slow down a couple of their hitters and then just to really work to win the serve and pass game. We just tried to serve aggressively and try to take them out of system as best we could.
How much of an adjustment is it for you moving upstairs to Wink Arena and having a chance to play here in the bigger venue?
This team, I don't think it's a thing. This team would just play wherever you told them to play, and they would just go do their volleyball job. So it's nice because we were able to have more people there at the game. I think we had pretty good crowds, and that was nice to be able to have that, and for more people to be able to come to the game more easily. But as far as volleyball, it's a little more space, so I think maybe our younger players, it might have affected them just a little bit. But once you practice in there a couple of times, you're pretty used to it.
You came back after winning the quarterfinal match against Truman State, took on an opponent you're very familiar with, Saginaw Valley State, in the semifinals, and a hard-fought match despite a 3-0 victory.
Yeah, 3-0 doesn't say how well Saginaw played in that match, for sure. And we had played them 3 times in the last 5 weeks, so it was really competitive. And Saginaw's a very good team, very well-rounded. They have some really good passing and offense at every position. So you really have to play a straight-up defense against them.
Great crowds all weekend long here as we see the Bulldogs in action against Saginaw Valley State, and certainly great to have that fan support behind you.
Yeah, and I think you see this rally right here is such a long rally, just dig after dig after dig, and just making plays and creating things, and that's a lot of what you have to do against Saginaw, because they're just going to keep sending the ball back over the net. And it was really nice to have our crowd get in and be excited when we had to play some of those really defensive-oriented long rallies.
You played them right at the end of the regular season, then in the GLIAC tournament, obviously, and then here in the NCAA tournament. How much did it change from match to match?
I don't think it changed. It was just more like who was going to execute better each time. And they have such a really well-rounded offense that you knew you're going to have who the hitters were going to be right from the beginning anyway.
The Bulldogs here able to beat Saginaw Valley State 3-0 the final. As you played in the regional semifinals, 5th or 6th straight year here, really says a lot about the program.
Yeah, I think it's just neat to get back to that position. We'd obviously prefer to go a little further than that and try to make that the consistent thing we do. But just to know that we're always in the NCAA tournament and not just in it, but in it to go far is nice to see that kind of expectation and push from our players.
I know, obviously, a tight turnaround time. Then you get the win in the semifinals and taking on another very good opponent in the finals, Lewis, a team that had been playing well going into the championship match.
Yeah, they really played well, and they had lost in their conference tournament in the semifinals, and I think that kind of gave them a real focus on, and they had everybody back from last year, and last year they lost in the regional semifinals, and I just think they'd spent the last year thinking Elite Eight, we're just going to the Elite Eight. So when they came to this match, they were focused and certainly ready to go. And you know, I think that was a little bit of a difference for us. We started out, made quite a few errors, and you know, really gave them a big confidence boost early on.
Lewis wins the first set here, a close first set, then in the second set, another tight one there that went to a few extra points. And
yeah.
Certainly, if you would have been able to get that second set, might have turned the match around.
It really would have been nice, for sure. Again, we're just a little bit error prone. I thought we handled ourselves defensively. You know, you're not going to stop everything from a team like that. They've got 4 all-region players running around there, so you're not going to be able to stop it all. But I thought we handled it well. We just weren't always able to put it back on their side.
Talk about what it took to get back to this point after getting to the regional finals last year. You mentioned the loss of 4 seniors and the work that went in to get back to this match.
Yeah, 4 seniors, 4 key seniors. You know, it was a big loss a year ago. I remember sitting here and talking about that, but it was just an intense focus and drive. I would say for sure our 3 seniors this year had a lot to do with the success of the team. I mean, they were focused a year ago on making sure the team can do well, and you know, that we would just work hard every day and try to get better every day. We certainly weren't good enough to be here back in August when we started, but you know, the team worked hard every single day. And I know I say it all the time, and you know, we just try to get a little bit better every day, but that's really what this team did. And eventually, you know, that little bit better was enough to start winning some big matches and got us back to that point.
Led by 3 seniors this year, Stephanie Sikorsky, Jenna Way, Kaylee Konjarovic. So just talk about their contributions here to Ferris State Volleyball.
You know, Kaylee's just been, you know, just a great team player and a great defensive player all along. And you know, she's just that kid that takes care of her teammates really well. And Jenna Way is, I mean, irreplaceable. Just, we call her a culture captain. That girl just, you know, she makes us who we are. And she's a spark off the bench. She comes in and serves and sometimes DS's, but she's setting in practice a lot of days, so she does a lot of different things for us, but she is on the bench making sure everyone is focused, and she's on the court, you know, adding energy and spark, and you know, she's just, you know, really goes in and makes plays when we need that stuff to happen. And then Stephanie, I mean, you couldn't ask for more. You know, it's your coach's dream to have a player just reach their peak in their senior year, and to just, you know, to be able to grow into the kind of leader that she was for this team. It could have been really frustrating when you have no returning passers, no returning outside hitters, and yet she never got frustrated with that. She just kept leading her team and making everybody a little bit better every day, and just doing what she could do from the setter position to make the passes look better and to make her hitters better. So 3 seniors that, you know, are just fantastic.
Well, Coach, congratulations again on a great year, some great honors. Stephanie Sikorsky, Allison Capel earning All-America honors, and congratulations on what was an outstanding season for Bulldog Volleyball.
Thank you.
We'll be back with more coverage here on Ferris Sports Update right after this.